time of the week again, broadcasting from Australia, reaching to the UK, Ireland, France and the USA. The trivia show that knocks all trivia shows out of the water. It's the No Name Trivia Show. Proudly brought to you by our sponsors Highland Titles, making you a lord or lady. The No Name Trivia Show is also happy to be a member of the Cat Awards. And now, the hosts of the show. Your main host, Lord Joseph, the town crier for Canberra and Queanbeyan. Lord Simon Fisher-Becker of Doctor Who and Harry Potter fame. Lord Paul Boltwood, known as the King of Corrimal. And special segments from Lord Phil Bevan in Phil Does Tricks. Please, Lord Joseph, tell us who's with us tonight.
Well, tonight is Alexander Westwood and, of course, Andy Evans, both from the UK.
And now, here he is in the studio, Lord Joseph.
Hello, everyone. I'm laughing because during the week, or even last week, Simon was introducing our two guests this week and completely getting it wrong. I'll actually play that clip very shortly. Very funny. And he's been friends, especially with Andy, for years and got his name completely wrong. Hello, Simon. Come on.
Hello. Yes, Olaf, I got it wrong. I got it wrong. But of course, there isn't enough time to talk about all the things that you get wrong.
Oh, gee whizzy. Gee whiz. All right, hang on. Before you do your bit, let's just relive what you did. Here we go.
Paul possibly didn't know that because they're your guests next week. And who have we got next week?
We've got David Evans, who is a playwright, a professor of creative writing and a photographer. And we also have Alexander Westwood, who's a young filmmaker whose first film won an award, and he wants to talk about his new. Yep, got it completely wrong, but I put my hands up. I apologize to both parties, and I'm very grateful, having told you I made that mistake, that you were still willing to come on board. Right.
That's all right. I make one mistake. I've never made more than one.
That's right. Okay, all right. So it's the 30th of May. So looking through the sort of the diaries over the years, in 1431, Joan of Arc was burnt at the stake by an English-dominated tribunal in Rouen in France. In 1626, an explosion at the Wagagongshan factory in Beijing destroyed quite a substantial part of the city and killed 20,000 people. And in 1842, John Francis attempted to assassinate Queen Victoria. And in 1962, Benjamin Britten's War Requiem, incorporating the poems of Wilfred Owen, premieres, marking the consecration of the new Coventry Cathedral. And we say happy birthday. In 1909, happy birthday, Benny Goodman, American band leader, who would have been 113 today. In 1912, Hugh Griffiths, a Welsh actor who won Best Supporting Actor for Ben-Hur. He would have been 110 today. 1953, Cole Meany, Irish actor of Star Trek and Deep Space Nine fame. He is 69 today. Happy birthday. And in 1980, Steven Gerrard, English footballer, he is 42. So happy birthday to them all.
I think Colin Mean started off in a movie called The Commitments, if I shall remember correctly.
I'm sure you're right.
I know. Here we go. Come on, play for me. Gee whizzy, it is always slow this time of the night. Or have I just not pressed the thing? There we go. Tonight's show has been brought to you by Light. That's right, Light. That's an interesting topic, isn't it? Light. And let's have a look at the rules. And, of course, the rules haven't changed for a while because I'm enjoying these ones. These come from Hidden Wonders, Sean Farquhar, Billy Shway, and I keep forgetting the young girl's name. I've got to get Billy to let me know what the young girl's name is as well. But Sean Farquhar, as we know, two-time fuller of Penn and Teller. Here he is to let us know the rules.
The No Name Trivia Show. Hey, what are the rules of that?
Rule number 1, there are no rules, just enjoy.
Just enjoy? What's rule number 2?
Rule number 2, the points don't matter.
Really? The points don't matter? What's rule number 3?
Rule number 3, wrong answers are okay when we ask for them.
Is there a rule number 4?
Sure, rule number 4 is the trivia really doesn't matter because it's all about our guests. And now, back to the studio. I don't know, I just said something.
Don't you love that, Simon? I love that.
I think it's excellent.
Yeah. All right, let's play the last thing. This again was put together by our friend Jeffrey Clark, and he's put a package together especially to introduce our guest tonight. So take a look. Here we go. So there we go. Our guests tonight, Andy Evans and Alexander Westwood. Come on, bring your cameras on. Hello, guys. How are we?
You've swapped places on my screen. Yeah,
That's all right. They're allowed to swap places. They've just changed houses.
Yes. That's right. Anyway, welcome to you both. Apologies for any mistakes I made previously, but we can put that all to right. I just started the show and pretending that didn't happen.
Never happened.
Right, so are you going to ask your first question?
Well, I was just going to say to both Andy and Alexander, did you like your introduction video there?
Oh, it was incredible.
Very nice.
There
Very
we go.
nice.
That's all right. I am going to start off the night with our quiz show. Within the quiz show, let's roll the credits. Here we go. Tonight's show has been brought to you by Mr. Bacon's Flavored Toothpaste, making your breath bacon fresh. Tonight, our players play for a cash jackpot of $247,389.51. And I know Lord Joseph is here because that's me. And from the UK, we've got Simon Fisher-Becker, and he's done a few little things. And Paul Boltwood, he's watching online again tonight and not making many comments. I hope. Now it's time to play. The answer is... yes! All right, welcome to the quiz show within the quiz show. And I would like to know, is there a song in a show called Starlight Express that has a song in it that has the word light in it? So that's the question. Remember what the name of the game is. The answer is, let's see if anyone's got this right. And for a bonus point, if you can tell me what the name of the song is, I can guarantee probably most of you won't know what it is. What the name of the song is. So we've got Sue Brown Ralph saying yes, Paul Boltwood saying 6 again. Francine Jane Morgan, it's a yes from me and a yes from him. And Peel, yes. Paul Boltwood is keeping saying 6. Okay, so Paul, you are minus. Andy, give me a minus number between 50,000 and 1,000,000.
50,783.
minus 50,753 every time you say the word six. So good luck there, Sue. The song will have something to do with Starlight Express. Yep, there is actually 2 songs in that. So there we go. So everyone got the yes. The majority of you, because there's a lot more people watching than how many people answered. But the 2 songs there are Starlight Express, funnily enough, and also There's a Light at the End of the Tunnel. They're the 2 songs in that. So that was the show within the show, and that was. The answer is yes! There we go. Over to you, Simon.
Okay, my first question is, who invented the light bulb?
Who invented the light bulb? And it's probably not who you think that it is either. Andy and Alexander, how many points are we giving away for this?
After you.
Well, actually, Alexander, you didn't give a points for the last one. So how many points do you want to give away? Say from 1 to 10,000 or something.
Let's go with 999.
999. Okay. So no, Sue. Balti doesn't have the highest score. I said minus that amount every time. So Francine Jane Morgan says Thomas Edison. Paul Boltwood says what? Paul Campbell, Thomas Edison. Anne McClellan, what? Francine Jane Morgan changed her mind and said, oh, I think Edison made the light bulb work better. Okay, so any more answers coming through? What do you guys think, Andy?
I would have gone with Edison, but I know it's not right.
You would have gone for Edison, but you know it's not right. There we go.
I just can't think who the original inventor was.
Alexander. What do you prefer, Alex or Alexander?
You can call me Alex by all means.
Oh, good. Lovely. That makes it easy because I got in trouble for calling someone, Samantha? Sam.
Yes.
Yeah, I got in trouble for that. Okay, so whoever drew it above someone's head when they had an idea, ad, or didn't even have to be plugged in. Well done, Peter. What is spelt what? So who did you say, Alex?
I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was an Italian inventor originally. He sort of was consigned to the past of history, and I can't remember his name for the life of me. But I think his last name was Volta, like voltage.
Okay, so you know this one, do you?
Potentially. This is one of those obscure facts that I've squirreled away.
Because that reminds me of a show that's on Netflix at the moment called Bullshit. With Harry Mandel. No, Huey from Britain's Got Talent. What's his name? Huey Mandel. England's got America's Got Talent. Howie Mandel. Yeah, Howie Mandel. That was the best bullshitting that I've ever heard, Alex. What is the real answer, Simon?
Volta was actually, he developed batteries, hence we got voltage, really say. But actually, the first person was Sir Humphrey Davy of the Davy lamp.
Are you just trying to? Oh, hang on. We've had Kevin Peel said Humphrey Daly, and so did Francine Jane Morgan. Humphrey Davy.
Okay. Yes. So Humphrey Davy in 1802 produced the world's first sort of artificial light bulb. He had developed and invented electric batteries as such, and he created the light bulb by attaching them to rods of carbon. So that's the answer.
There we go. So
and then Thomas Edison came along, and what Thomas Edison did was that he really created more of a production way of being able to produce multiple light bulbs. And Humphrey Davy's light bulbs would go on for quite some time, whereas Thomas Edison built in a filament that would burn out. Otherwise, people would only burn. Otherwise,
Only buy
people
one.
would only one by one. Yes.
So
there you go.
there you go. So there you
So
get those two, Kevin Peel and Francine Jane Morgan. You both get 999 points each. There we go. Well done. And so, oh, you okay? Did you drop something then?
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah. Something went up against your microphone or something. That was really bizarre. I went in front of your.
I have no idea.
That's okay.
As people are discovering by every minute. So anyway, so let's start asking a few questions of our guests. As I say, I apologize for getting your names wrong or what
and
you
their
do
professions.
wrong, and your profession. So well, first of all, we'll start with Andy Evans. Please correct me. You are a playwright, correct?
That is correct, yes.
And you are also a photographer, is that correct?
That is also correct, yes.
Thank you. I will stop there because I'm sure everything else I ask will be incorrect.
So we'd like to thank Simon Fisher-Becker for appearing on the show tonight. We'll see you next time, Simon.
Yes. Okay. So so which came first for you, playwright or photographer?
Playwright originally,
Right.
and that came because I was acting, and in between acting, I ran a youth theatre, and then I started writing plays for the youth theatre members to perform. So
excellent. And do you choose any particular themes, or do anything come whatever happens to come to mind?
I think I tend to sort of cover a wide range of things, and often it might be sparked by something in the news or something from that's prevalent in society, in the newspapers or that sort of thing. But occasionally I will write to commission. So somebody will come to me with an idea and ask me to write a play on a given topic. And quite often, a lot of those plays that I write are sort of based on local history and things like that, which involves quite a lot of research.
Do you reckon you could write one about the No Name Trivia Show?
Almost certainly, with a character called Simon who can't get anything right.
Yeah, I think
it would be a farce.
Absolutely.
So that's interesting. So writing to commission, is that because I've spoken to lots of other playwrights and they find it difficult to be restricted by what somebody else wants. Do you find it easier than coming up with your own ideas?
I will only say yes to a commission if I think it's going to spark an idea in my head. I might turn around and say, I think it's a great idea, but playwright X, who's a friend of mine, it would be a far better fit with this particular piece. Sometimes I think an example would be my play with Love from Ruleben, where I was approached by the local library service, who have got an incredibly large archive of material about a prison camp in Spandau, just outside Berlin, during World War One, where the crew of 17 ships from Grimsby were held in an internment camp for the duration of the First World War. And so that sort of started to speak to me. And then I found that they'd set up a sort of mini community that became like a little Britain in Germany. And everything was run along colonial lines and things within the camp. And the guards would patrol outside and the prisoners were allowed to police themselves inside. And it fascinated me as a concept. So naturally, I took that one on board and went away and did the research myself, and then was given free rein as to how to develop that into a story. But that was an example of something which I felt did fit quite nicely with my own work. And I say, it's harder to remember the ones I didn't take rather than the ones I did.
Yes, yeah.
You know, I have turned some down, as I say, just simply because I
What?
don't think it's a good fit.
Are you going? Do you mean you're going to turn down the No Name Trivia Show, the musical?
It's difficult to say.
That's a good way of saying yes. I'm going to turn it down. Thank you so much, Pat.
Alex.
Hang on. Before you go to Alex, I reckon that we have a look and see if he's any good at this acting bit.
Oh, okay.
Let's have a look.
Hello, Jacob. Are you going to play this game every time I see you?
What?
You said you'd leave all this behind. But you promised.
I can't.
The scarf. And the makeup. Need I say more? We want to promote a good image. I'm sure you understand.
So, how's he up?
Well, you know, he doesn't seem too different. That's the weird thing. You know, I expected it to be full of melancholy at first, but it isn't. It's just...
You're bound to feel like that. I mean, you just found out your dad's only got a few months to live. And you're so head over heels in love with me. You didn't deny it.
What about this one?
Oh my god.
What?
Nothing. Just don't panic. That and some of that.
Jacob, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you pointing that gun on the wall?
Are you trying to get into Emily's office?
No, I was just...
She said that you had something to hand back to her. She had to leave early, but I can let you in with my key if you want to. You can leave it on her desk.
Abon!
I think it's time. It's what he would have wanted. I think I need help.
If you don't comply with company policy, disciplinary action will be taken.
Company policy? Or your policy?
There we go. And I just had a message from Luke Allen, and he said, well, I have to say, I didn't expect to see a scene from one of my own films as I tune in. And then he says, oh, 2 scenes from Unstable, even better. So there you go. You've worked with one of our previous guests, Luke.
I have, yeah.
So Alex, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22, 2 little ducks. And the idea of being an actor and a performer, when did that sort of first sort of hit your psyche?
It would have been, and this sounds like a joke answer, but I promise it's not. I was about 2